Hi guys, how are you doing? And it's been almost a month that we have talked. I think I can see Michael online already. So hi Michael, how are you doing? And thank you so much. And the best thing is I a month that we have talked. I think I can see Michael online already. How are you doing? And thank you so much. And the best thing is I why is this repeating? Oh, okay, because I have everything out here. Sorry, I'm playing myself. All right, sorry for that. So, first of all, a big thank you for everyone to be patient and still sticking to the course and continue to learn. I see that everyone has made a lot of progress throughout, and I see a number of students that have actually completed the course when in my absence too and without any help. So, congratulations to you. And again, a big thank you to Michael. Big shout out. I can't thank you enough because you actually filled my shoes when I wasn't here. You helped almost every student who asked the questions in the Q&A. Thank you so much for being there. I think you were a very big help to everyone who was there. So thank you so much for doing it. That being said, I'm back and my India house. So there is a lot of difference in what we do in US versus what we do in India. But the best thing is that you have your loved ones close to you when you are back home. Now, that being said, apart from that, let's get back onto the course. So there were a lot of questions that Michael helped address. But the very basic or the very common question was what editors we should be using for our JavaScript lectures. And the best example is lecture 2 and 3, and that's what we even answered in the questions, because Sublime Text and JS Bin are the ones that cross the lectures. And for everyone who has signed off the lectures or the courses, which is the JavaScript as well as the React JS, thank you so much. We are almost 31,000 students right now as a team. So imagine that's a and I can't imagine to reach so many students without Udemy's platform. So this is fantastic, and trust me, every day when I see students coming in, I'm like, wow, I have more people to touch, more people to teach, and more to learn. So that keeps me going as well, because I'm also working on my fourth course. So that's the thing that motivates me the most. And of course, we all have to complete our goals of finishing the tutorials. Now, that being said, there were also many questions on React JS, but the biggest thing was a couple of them were also successful deployments that I saw. So I think there was this guy called Abhinav. A special shout out to him as well, because he successfully deployed his application onto Heroku. He sent a link in the Q&A section too. So if you are on the React JS course, you can go and check out the Q&A section. Now, the other thing that I have noticed is many people or many students don't even know how to use Udemy's platform very well. There are many subtle things that you need to know. I will just brief you a little. So the first thing is the Q&A section. So whenever you're watching your video, down you will see browse Q&A section, and for every lecture you can see what questions have already been asked by clicking that button. So when you are seeing it on the desktop, you can click that button of browse Q&A section and you can see the questions on the right. And trust me, you will see a lot of responses from me and Michael out there on the right side. So please make sure to check those questions, because some of the questions might be repeated, because there are a lot of students who have already gone through the course material. Now, that being said, when you are asking a question also, you should go to the browse Q&A section and ask the questions on the side panel, because that ways that question is tagged to that lecture, tagged to that timestamp, and anyone else who's following that lecture can also follow your question and the answer. So it is very helpful in that ways. So question and answer, very important. The other important thing is announcements. So I don't know, because I at least had my announcements turned off for Udemy because I had signed up for many courses. So I don't know if you have signed off turned off the for announcements. Make sure you turn them on, or else go and check out the announcements sections. When you go to the course dashboards, there's something called as announcement tab. Make sure you click on it regularly, because I usually send once a week communication about the updates that are happening, including this video. so that you can follow on what is happening in the course, and that should actually keep you motivated. The whole purpose of this weekly meetup is that you can go to every week to the course and make sure that there is motivation for you to go and complete the course. So please do check out the announcements, it's extremely important. And other than that, I did not see any major questions as such, but there were many requests for me to create Angular JS course. And trust me, I would love to. As I told you, I was already working on an ebook on Angular JS. However, I do not have enough time to get onto Angular JS at this moment with all things that are happening in around me. But I would love to do that. So be patient if you are really waiting for it. Else, we will continue with the React stream. There are many requests for Redux JS too. I will also try to make sure that I try to do a Redux course, but in the future. So the best way for me to start any course is the survey. So if you remember, I used to create a survey, and for all the new students, there is a survey out there that I will share along with this announcement. Also, it will be there as part of the YouTube URL where you can go and you can complete the survey and tell me what you want to learn next. So that survey is always open, and whatever is the top course that you select or the preference you have, I'll probably be doing that course the most. Looking ahead, I don't think so there is any other questions, but of course, thank you all for all the wishes that you have passed on. Like when I announced that I'm going to be back and I'm going to be conducting these sessions about my family, thank you so much. And everything is all right from the family perspective, and it's taken care. I just am waiting for their recovery because I have to be there with them. And that's the best part of Udemy, that I can work remotely. So I think Udemy is a big help to me, and all your wishes will help too. The prayers are never gone unheard. So please pray for my family too. And if you still have any questions, let me know in the comments or in the Q&A section. And let me quickly check the comments out there. There are 200 characters limits I have to break. In one of the React JS projects, while inside a custom method, you copied or cloned into a method's new variable a state property. That property is an array. Then pushed an item into that array. Then the new larger array replaced the older smaller array inside the state. Can you instead directly add the item to the array instead of making a copy of the whole array? Could you show us this copy clone technique, because it's simpler for us to learn? Okay, let me repeat the question because it's across four statements. So one is, in one of the React.js projects, while inside a custom method, okay, you copied or cloned into a method's new variable, a state property. That property is an array. Okay, so I initialized or I assigned a state property to an array. I hope that's what you mean. Then pushed an item into that array. And then the new larger array replaced the older. Okay, I think I know what you're saying. So yes, I think I remember it was the recipes. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think you can ask that question in the Q&A. But if it is the recipes, I remember that we had the recipes array and then a new recipe was added. So what we did was we picked up the recipes from the local storage, and then we added a new recipe to that array, which was a local array. And then we reinitialized the local storage. If that is what you're meaning, I think that's how we did it. And I can see if there's an alternate way, and I can, definitely when you ask the Q&A, in the Q&A, we can work together on discussing it. But if that's not the case, let me know in the comments. I'm watching you right now as you type in here. So if you are watching, let me know if that's what you mean. Otherwise, we can discuss it in the Q&A section. Okay, so you're okay with discussing in the Q&A section. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's all that I have, and thank you so much, Michael, for being awesome. I cannot thank you and probably be inspired of your motivation of learning and helping others. It's very, very, very good. I think you have a long way to go wherever you go because of your kind nature. Now, that being said, it's morning 7 a.m. out here in India. And the reason I chose this time because it's very peaceful. And for people who belong to India and who are watching this, you know how how noisy Mumbai can get, and I am getting very little time to actually record my videos, and probably it's off hours because we do not have enough soundproofing out here. So I have to be very particular on when I record my videos so that I do not have a lot of background or bad noise like horns beeping or kids playing in the background. So it's very difficult to record more videos from here, but I'm trying my best to come up with the fourth course. That's almost 50% done that I had done in US, and I'm resuming that course. So stay tuned. It's not related to JavaScript. It's a little more, office related or management related. I don't know how interested you might be, but it's actually a Scrum course. So I always worked on Scrum and I liked Scrum, but I also thought that everyone should practice Scrum in their lives, and that should help them. And that's the reason I created this side course. It was a very small course, like a 2 hour, 2.5 hour course. I don't know if you'll be interested, but if not, I'm definitely getting back onto JavaScript. This is just out of my passion that I wanted to do. So stay tuned if you like to learn Scrum and Agile methodologies with me, because anywhere, any workplace you go, if you follow it, you'll be more productive. In fact, your team will be more productive. And we'll talk in detail about that course in that course. Okay. So I hope the lighting is okay. I couldn't manage more. And thank you so much for being patient, for being some awesome students. And stay tuned, ask more questions, eat healthy, and be good, because health is most important and everything else comes later. And that's all from my side. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video.